Welcome back to the Angry Man Podcast with Jason and Greg. So, Jay, this is a sensitive topic for me, as you know, and the people that follow this channel, they know we don't tend to get into boxers' personal lives. And we're not going to get into a boxer's personal life today or in this video either. I think a lot of people are aware of what has occurred with Jermell Charlo. The audio that was leaked that was quite honestly disturbing for me personally, considering that I'm in a house full of women or young ladies. I'm a girl dad, if people don't know that. So that's disturbing. But I'm not going to focus on that, Jay. I want to talk about the overarching issue that's currently going on with both Jermell Charlo and Jermall Charlo, and where do they go from here? When I think about some of the issues and challenges and struggles that the Charlos have had over the last, let's call it 2.5, 3 years, it is disturbing. And it's a situation where you got to start to question whether or not these guys are in the right mind state to even continue their career. Quite frankly, Jay, when I look at what has occurred, definitely Jermell is teetering on his career being absolutely over. I don't know how he garners the support to continue to move forward with his career. I've seen individuals on Twitter who are avid Jermell Charlo fans who have been absolutely critical of what has recently occurred, as they should be. And Jermall, although he was able to get back into the ring after 2 years, you still have to question where he is in terms of his mental space, just based off of some of the things he said in the post-fight press conference. So, we hinted toward this a few weeks ago, rather, actually maybe a couple of months ago, in regards to just the overall careers of both Charlos, but it is just declined so quickly. Think about it. Just a year ago, we were talking about Jermell Charlo and the fact that he should be on the pound for pound list. How is it possible that he is not, as an undisputed champion? And now he has had a terrible performance against Canelo Alvarez. Regardless of how the fans feel about it, that was not a good performance. I don't care if he's moving up in weight. He didn't take any risk to win that fight. He seemed to be there more for the payday than anything else, just based off of what he said after the fight. And now, moving from that fight, my comments were, man, silk sheets. We heard Marvelous Marvin Hagler say this: when you're laying in silk sheets, it's hard to get as motivated as you were before. And I started to question the level of motivation associated with Jermell Charlo. Well, now, just based off of the recent occurrence, I think he's done. He's done as an attraction. I don't think he's going to get much traction. You just had an extremely bad performance, and now you have this circulating. Maybe Maul can continue, but right now Maul still doesn't appear to be over the situation that he was in before. And so right now I just feel that the Charlos are teetering. It's the word I'm going to use. Teetering on destruction. I think that they're in a serious situation that they may not recover from. Jay, what's your thoughts on that?
Yeah, it's tough, man. I mean, I just wish them both, Maul and Mel, just to try to get whatever help they need and try to get their life in order. They got kids and everything, so I want them just on that aspect there. It's disgusting from the events that has taken place, even just with both of them, just in general. But with all that's taking place for them, it's definitely going to impact them as far as boxers for sure, and their brand as far as lines only. It was already, we talked about how it was questionable already because of what Maul was going through, and then Mel's performance. So we're like, y'all gotta do a lot of rebranding right now to get yourselves back in good graces, And now this comes out and this happens. I don't know. I don't know where they go from here. I just hope, for the sake of the families, they get the help that they need. Take care of them on that aspect there. But if I'm a boxer and I'm kicking it with them or whatever, right now I can't be associated with the Lions Only brand. just from a promotional standpoint, because I don't think they had many fighters or many fighters anyway. But for them, as far as boxing goes, I mean, no one's gonna pay to see that right now. To your point, some of the biggest fans of them already voicing their displeasure. To your point, also, we talked about Mel. How Mel should have been on the pound for pound list. What he did, how he ran through the 154-pound division and did what he did over there. We like that was admirable. Like he should be in the pound for pound based on last year's performance. Now we project this to now and where it's at right now. I don't know. I just wish best for the parties, all parties involved on that side. On there, I don't wish any bad on anyone over there. I just wish for healing for them, man. And I think right now, the Charlo chapter, for the most part, is closing. It's closing in on them. I hope I'm wrong. I hope we can, they can reinvent themselves and make better. But it's bleak. It's very bleak.
My thing is this: it's not like people haven't come back from similar situations or bad situations, but the stage of the career, I think, is the issue with the Charlos at 33,
Yeah.
approaching 34 years old. I would say that they're toward the tail end of their career. And then when you combine it with just the terrible performance that we saw here recently, I think it's approaching the end. Now, I think Maul has a lifeline in Caleb Plant. I think there's an opportunity for him to resurrect himself through the Caleb Plant fight, right? If he can get the Caleb Plant fight and look good in that fight, because nobody's going to be interested in him going to face Canelo just after Mel's performance. But if Maul can get the Caleb Plant fight and look real good in the Caleb Plant fight, he could resurrect himself. The problem with Maul is I'm not sure if he's still in the correct mental space. I'm just not sure that he's in that mental space that he needs to be. I think Mel is done, dog. I think Mel got the fat paycheck. I think Mel just had the issue, and then again, what is really damning for Mel is the subsequent audio, dog. That audio was awful. So I just feel that he's gonna struggle in rebuilding his brand in that particular situation. I think Mel's done. I think he's totally done. Anything else you want to share with the people before we move on to the next?
Yeah, no, I think he's done as well. I mean, still more stuff has to come out as far as that whole ordeal, but that's going to be a huge mountain to overcome based on the audio alone.
The audio is what's going to be hard for him to dispute. I don't know how you twist that one, my friend, and how you angle that one. You guys tell us what you think in the comment section in regards to Jermell and Jermall Charlo. Are they done? Is it Mel that's done versus Maul? I think it's more so Mel, but I'm still not sure in regards to Maul and whether or not he is in the right mental space. Don't forget to hate, like, comment, and subscribe. This is the Angry Man Podcast on Sports Media, and we are